Hello, lovely people. I'd like to talk quickly about the power of dreams. There are many points in my life when I've been in a sheer state of desperation. I have these strange dreams which seem to signal this sudden change the next day. For example, during the pandemic, I was dealing with a situation with the company that I was working with at the time where I was being treated poorly. Of course, because with the pandemic itself, like my mental health was in like the worst state ever. And there was no way to release any of that pain, and I just suffered and suffered, and I went to bed one night just feeling like I just want to give up with everything, absolutely everything. Then I had this strange dream. I dreamt about this large landscape, almost at the dawn of something. I could see the sun just rising above the trees, and on this large metal platform stood these two people. One man was this man sat in an old throne, decaying, falling apart. I could see the detail, like it was so hyper-realistic. And to the right of this person was this tall man. He had blue skin, very slender, had beautiful black hair, but most of his hair was bald. It's like that the hair was just coming out of this little strip. And he had a bow and an arrow, and a big head, very large features, very large eyes. And it looked at me. And at that moment in the dream, I thought, what on earth is going on? And I was almost drawn away from the sadness of this old man, this old king in his throne, to the man in blue. And it looked at me and it sang this song. And it sounds strange. I'm not a very good singer, but it sounded something like, Yahweh Navu Happy. Just imagine that, but sung really nicely. It sounded almost like beautiful music. And the noise was so loud, it almost threw me back in the dream, like it was a force, like a wind of some sort. And as I woke, suddenly, in this reality, I could still hear the song in my waking world, as if it was in the room. It was so loud in this room, it was as if it echoed across the room in itself, and that shocked me awake. And I felt different. The weirdest thing was, when I woke up after this dream, I didn't have that sense of desperation, that sense of futility in a way. I felt like life was going to be okay. And shortly after that, I managed to leave that last company I was working with that was treating me terribly. I found the most amazing job a few days later. I started getting back into contact with my friends again and feeling more positive about life, and that seemed to signify a big change in my life after that point. And I eventually, of course, recovered from the effects of the pandemic, as it has affected us all. So yeah, what are these dreams? What do they mean? Who was the person in blue? What did those words mean? I mean, to me, it feels like, Yahweh is an old word for God. Yahweh Navu Happy. Maybe it's God is through happiness. Maybe. What do you think?